Hello everybody, welcome to your Hump Day Wednesday edition of the Marvel Contest of Champions news called the MCN. We're going to be talking early bird rewards, we're going to be talking about lag, 60 frames per second and the impact it could have on the game. We're going to be talking about something funny and fun and so many other things as well. So let's get into the show, shall we? Of course, a lot of you commented on the promo code MCN coverage that I did on Monday. Kabam have updated to say that, well, first of all, you're meant to get on the 22nd, which was yesterday, the second wave of the promo codes being sent out. Kabam have also said in the last 24 hours, while the vast majority of those who signed up for the early bird rewards have already received their null reward, an issue with delivery means a small portion of the players have not. We want to let those affected know that these rewards are still coming for those players who were supposed to receive your rewards today. You can now expect to receive an email with your rewards tomorrow, October 23rd at 11:30 AM PT time. And I know a few people missed out. Look, I do put out videos concerning these particular things. We did a video back 2 weeks ago covering this particular matter before it was even going to be a thing. Kabam we're just going to make it this kind of like light-hearted announcement. Keep locked to the channel, follow the Discord because you do get pinged whenever a new video goes live if people miss out on any notifications. And let me tell you, YouTube isn't great for notifications. A lot of the time people join the Discord to get notified when a new video goes live, and situations like this where we can just go, hey, go check out this, sign up for it now with your in-game email attached to your Kabam account and take it from there. Anyway, on with the next story. Next up, and on to a bit of light-hearted fun, and I saw this, it did make me laugh because I thought I've got the perfect thing to kind of pair this with, like a good fine wine. So Hulk here being used against Mr. Sinister. The player in particular has a question, 205k in Hulk's SP2, what? And he's not even using the double blade and liquid courage proficiencies in this damage possible, or is he a hacker? And of course everybody says like that's a big clap. Other people pointing out other factors. 200k is not hard for Hulk, and even Kabam Crash says Mr. Sinister can't regen crit damage if he's already dead. Why? Because
smash.
Yeah, Hulk smash. I'm just saying at times I do put out videos that are not just about news and information. See on screen now, 8 months ago. Anyway, 7-star Jacko lantern, if you haven't seen, in the store at the moment. You can get him for 500 pounds. That's very expensive. I don't know, it would be $500 I think for anybody in any other country. We're just going to specifically go with that. Yeah, that's very expensive. I mean, we've gone from the days where you're having to kind of like grind up for the champion. I don't think we're going to see 7-star arenas at this stage. I just don't see it. And I think that's because it makes more of a financial, I don't know, goal. It helps out Kabam financially to have 7 stars to still chase rewards from a spending perspective, and that's why we've seen a lot of high performance prior to the release of this Titan Crystal run. Enchantress, those that were able to get a 7-star version by spending, because of course that's how you would have got said champion. That is why that's been a pest for so many people on lane 5 in Alliance War. I'm so glad to be off of that lane, I'll tell you that much. Pity to anybody else, and obviously for those that have decided to quit but Alliance War as a result. I feel for you, man and ladies, on that. It's not great. I want to say the same was going to be for Jack-O-Lantern, but the point is, if you do want to pick up the champion, then of course get spending with market points, because, and are there things to buy? Yeah, there are some things to buy. I suppose there's like double track premium passes and stuff, and I suppose if you're going to do this in a very short space of time, you've got 6 days, so you've got to like see like what's about in order to kind of grab yourself the points. Get a 7-star which automatically contributes to the Jack Track milestone, whatever that is and wherever that is. There's probably ones in here. These all kind of like equate, don't they? Here the bundles. The all trade bundles. So you get these bundles and then you're able to, get the points. You have to buy them several times. The Candlelit Crystal bundle. Oh my god. The complexity to kind of spending nowadays is, I am glad I do not spend just to see stuff like this and go, it's like a rabbit. It's like a rabbit warren. You're going down one way and you're kind of thinking, oh no, I should go down this way. I've got to buy a little bit of this. No, if I buy a little bit of that, and this will get this, but then this will also get that. Like banquet tickets here, rank up gems there, Titan crystals there. Some people, it's like a kid in a candy store, isn't it? They're kind of picking up stuff if you've got the money for it. But hey, you're keeping the servers running when it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions, and I hope we get another 10 years from the people that are financially propping up the game. Now we've got a big segment of kind of opinion, thoughts from the community, and also other things. It's going to be like a lag and 60 frames per second coverage. A lot of people have got this fear about 60 frames. I'm a little bit worried about 60 frames per second. The device that I've got isn't going to be ideal for this, but there could be some good points to what could be some bad points as well at the same time with it. So Kabam have said about lag. Okay, I think Kabam must be doing some things connected with 60 frames per second and either optimization or other things. Anyway, we'll kind of cover that as we go. Okay, so first of all, Kabam are doing a limited experiment. They said one of the most frequent points of feedback we received is significant lag problems are negatively impacting your experience. A good example would be, I think, I mentioned it the other day, I was briefly dropped into MSD's stream and saw that there was a moment where an enemy came at him and it just went, it kind of juddered and stopped like that on screen, and it was like, what? I had something similar a while back in SideQuest. When it happens, it can be really bad and of course cost people revives, cost people time, frustration and stuff like that, and you just don't want that from a fighting game. This could be connected or it may not be. As part of the wider work to address this problem, we want to let you know that we'll be running a test starting tomorrow, Wednesday, October 23rd, and continuing to Thursday, October 24th, where we will be lowering the rendering profile on iPhone 13 devices to match the rendering profile of lower performance devices. Rendering profiles will be returned to normal on Friday, October 25th. So this reads as if it's just for iPhone 13 users and nobody else is going to be impacted. While this while this will have a slight negative impact on the visual quality, we want to see how this affects performance and if it's an impact on reducing lag. But then I don't know, again, if it is kind of like, is this a one size fits all, or is this just for one particular size, that size being iPhone 13. The dates we selected would have minimal impact on competitive mode. However, we will still closely monitor performance to try and reduce any unforeseen impacts. I always think it's good that Kabam test out performance improvements. I would like, you know, Kabam may be always working on these things behind the scene. When people talk about the word optimizing, games developers are always optimizing, but I always think that, I personally think, and I could be wrong, Kabam are probably in a well entitled to say, no, that's not the case. I don't see the game optimized as much as, say, it used to be. Especially with all the new technology and other things going on. And maybe that's just down to the amount of people talking about how their devices don't run this game well enough. And also we talk about other knock-on effects, you know, animation performance in not very well optimized circumstances. You know, why is this projectile going invisible? Why is this projectile coming too fast? But then that could be something to do with animation problem, which again falls into another category. Either way, we want to see the best out of this game. We want Kabam to do well, but unfortunately, it's not always there. Okay, second knock-on effect to things. And further talking about the idea of lag. People, of course, are in their right to talk about what could be further impacts of 60 frames per second. I'm very excited about November's 60 frames per second, but I do know that there will be an issue with it, and the issue will be, how do I want to record? I'm already thinking about getting a new device, which is not particularly, I explored a trade-in route for my current iPad, and I think it knocked off about £300, but that's still £700 I've got to find, and that's not exactly ideal. I'm still trying to build and financially build some stuff for this office, which was new PC, which is also new camera setups and green screen, which is still something over there, which again requires money. It requires about, I think when it's totaled, about £3,000 worth of investment, and that's no bueno at the moment. I need to kind of really think about stuff. And a new device is not, it's not exactly kind of like going, oh, let's get a new device. So 60 frames per second is a bit of a fear. Yes, you can change it. I think there's features to either do 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. So I'll test it. I'll see how the device copes with 60 frames per second, and we'll take it from there. But I do sympathize with people looking at the state of lag and going, is this going to be good or bad? And will there be frame drops that will be a frustration? And that will be a very important fear factor for players. So maybe you'll opt to not have it. And Kabam Pinwell said, can't speak to specifics of what to expect, but wanting to reduce lag is definitely a top of mind thing right now. For sure, and of course, this, you know, this asking about devices. I think that is going to be such a big question for people about the frames per second and enjoying the game. I don't know if this will be an answer to problems. What's that particular problem? Well, if there's things to do with rendering distances, there's rendering in general, then is this going to fix AI? Here's kind of like a hot take-ish, I don't know. A lot of the problems that we see in game and the, say, recovery time, and this could be tinfoil hat, and a lot of things, say, over the last year or so, we've been experiencing. I don't know if Kabam over the last year plus have been developing 60 frames per second in the background. As they've been doing that, it's been causing knock-on effects with the way that AI is. You know, hitboxes, distances, animations, and other stuff. They'll probably say no, but it's always very strange, isn't it? To kind of go, can we connect these two factors and go, oh, well, we see this here where Quicksilver's distance to Venom could be further but is shorter, or but isn't or could be. And then again, you kind of question your whole existence when you're playing Marvel Contest of Champions. And when Piccolo says, also 60 frames per second specials are really smooth and nice, no longer got Absman with his Wrecking Ball SB2 that doesn't even visually go out its full length due to current frames per second restrictions, it just teleports. If that is the case of what 60 frames per second is, then that gives your perception as a player when you're playing the game a more accurate distance if a projectile's coming towards you as to evading it. The same way that you can differentiate the distance of, I don't know, the hitbox of an enemy and when they are moving at pace, not at pace. There's a lot of questions that you would have as to, well, will this improve the way I play against it? And theoretically, is it a solution for AI because the AI in Defender is moving differently, throwing projectiles and attacking in a way that you can actually read it and make very quick decision changes, whereas now you don't know if you're going to make contact or not. Anyway, I'll leave the video here by saying, what are your thoughts? In the comment section, like, do you care about the 30 frames per second? Do you care about the 60 frames per second? Will you try and turn on 60 frames per second to give it a go, see what it's like, and then go, well, I had my go, it's fun, it's not fun, it's good, it's bad, it's laggy, it's this, it's that. Your thoughts in the comments. And it is a bit of an eye-opener that I do need to improve like quality from the visual sense for the channel, and that will come, of course, everything costs money. Like that's the biggest problem. Like, things cost money. I'm hoping in the new year that I can just put some money towards it, but a lot of it's been just wrapped up in like house stuff, so that's effectively been it, you know. Contractors here, new thing here, materials there for that, this for this, you know, boarding for the loft. Attic. Sorry, Americans do watch this MCN. Attic. Boarding the attic. Anyway, thanks for watching this show. What are your thoughts? Comment section, of course. Thanks for the support. There should be another video coming out today about 1 week remaining until the end of the Battleground Blitz. Before we do our final update, I think, towards the weekend. Thanks for watching the show. I'll see you soon. Bye.